Oh, welcome back to another freezing cold morning in my tin shed. Part 7, Yamaha R6 Build. What have we got on for today? First things first, modified GYTR muffler. Secondly, chain and sprockets. And thirdly, I need to check all the threads on the freshly painted tank, see if they need cutting in. Just recutting threads, and possibly get the tank on and fire it up, but we'll see how far we get with it. So starting off with the muffler, I'll put a picture up now and you can see that this is what it's like when it originally came with the bike. So undamaged but very weathered. The hanger bracket for it is the actual bracket for that exhaust, but it just didn't sit very well. It just looked untidy, to be honest. And I didn't like that untidiness of it, and I didn't like the length of it either. So I took it off of the bike, cut it back by 80mm, stripped it all down so it was all in pieces, and then cut the internals down by 80mm as well. And then with the headers, I cut the downpipe back by 25mm. So I wanted to seat the muffler further inside the fairings, and I also wanted to shorten it so it didn't stick so far out of the bike. So I did that, and then I clear coated the carbon fibre again to give it a nice finish. Sanded down the tip just to freshen it up, gave it a good scrub up, and put it all back together. I cut the old mount down and then made a smaller mount which goes on the top, so it doesn't have the mount that goes around it anymore. And this is the final result. So we've now got a GYTR shorty, which looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer in my opinion. It fits further underneath the bike and it's shorter, and I just think I like it. I just think it's much better. So that's what we did. So that'll go on today. It was also mounted with a Jubilee clip, but we'll use some exhaust gasket maker. It mounts very well, very solid. So we'll use some exhaust gasket maker on this side, get rid of that Jubilee clip. Just makes it look a little bit cleaner. And we'll get that mounted up today. So that was, and it's just an inexpensive upgrade. I mean, it probably cost $5 worth of clear coat. The rest was just, ruler, grinder, cut it down, fit it up, rivets, and just put it back together. So yeah, you can see from the photos that it's a lot tidier now than what it was. So we'll get that done today. And now we'll move on to the bike. We'll move on to doing the chain and sprockets. So obviously with my bike, chain and sprockets are already on, the new chain and sprockets. So it's just going to be a fact of getting the swing arm length, offering the chain up, cutting the chain, and then torquing up the front sprocket, and it's done. So not really the full process of doing the chain and sprockets, but in regards to where we are, this is all it's going to be. It's going to be a quick one. So first things first, I want to get the swing arm length, and I probably should have done this when the covers were off. Let me go and check the other side and see. Other side's capped as well. All right, now this is going to be a rough swing arm length. Damn, I didn't think of that. I should have done it before I put them on. Never mind. Anyways, I'm going to measure from the center of this, which is hopefully the center of the pivot point of the swing arm, and then to here. So we want 575 to the centre, so I've got a fair bit of way to go. Do you know what I might actually do? Let's have a look. So we're at about 595, so we want to go about 20 mil this way. So I'll just keep tweaking the chain adjusters and move them forward, and then I'll take measurements. And basically what I'm aiming for is the center of the pivot point to the center of the axle. I want 575. So that's what I'll do now. That's our length done. So I've gone a little bit further than where I want to be. Gonna offer the chain up. If we can get the chain tight in that position, when I slacken it off, that will take me to the number that I'm looking for. So I'm going to do that now, and hopefully we get that, and then it'll just be a matter of cutting the chain down, putting the new link in, slackening it off, and then tightening up the, torquing up the front sprocket, and then tightening up all the swing arm, putting the cover, the chain cover on. And yeah, quick easy one. This is not really the process of doing chain and sprockets because I've done most of the work already. But for where we are, this is what it's going to be. And if you haven't noticed, I've got a gimbal now, so not quite sure if this is going to help in this aspect of filming. I probably should have just locked it off for this, but yeah, we've got a gimbal, got a mic now, so hopefully the footage and the sound quality might be better. But I don't know. I don't even know how to use half the things on this camera gimbal thing. So anyways, offer the chain up. Let's go. A bit of grinding, a bit of cutting later, and we got our chain done. So in the end, we got just over 575, but that's the best I could do. Wow, that was the sweet spot really. So that's where we're at with that. Now I've got to torque up the front sprocket. That's 88 Newton meters, and then rear wheel nut 110 Newton meters. So I'm going to lock off the chain sliders now, torque up the rear wheel nut, and then torque up the front sprocket, and then that's the chain and sprockets done. On to the next stuff. That's them done. So rear wheel nut is a 32 and 110 Newton meters. Front sprocket is a 30 and 88 Newton meters. And then on the nut you got two little tabs which you just punch in. I guess is just an extra precaution. To stop it from coming undone. And there's one on the top, one on the bottom. Oh yeah, she ain't going anywhere now. Awesome. So that is that all torqued up. Axle sliders are all done. Oh, what we got? There we are. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Last little bit to go on this. So I'll undo the shift arm or gear linkage, and then undo these, throw these back on, tighten it all back up, and then that's that done. That's us onto the muffler. So some instant gasket. We use this not so sparingly. I'll probably make a bit of a mess, but I'll clean it up. I'd rather have it sealed than blowing. quite a bit. She'll be all right. Right, get rid of that. Damn. Should have bought some rags today when I went to Bunnings, but mine are running out. Make sure we got enough room back here. The washers. Cool. Tighten that up, clean it up. Oh, I can't do this, this gimbal's gonna move, but there she is. The GYTR Shorty. I'm a big fan myself, but that's my opinion. So I'll just finish cleaning up that excess gasket, tighten that up, that's done. I'm actually going to do another little job on the front, which I did the other day on the other side of the clip-ons. But as you can see, or if you can't see, but these ones here are a little rusty too. So I'm going to change those out for some black hardware, just to get them matching. You know, just make it look a little bit tidier. And then cut the threads on the tank. So that's where we're going next. That's us onto the tank. Got a few little jobs to do here actually. So first off, we're going to recut all the threads because there's a little bit of paint in them. So these threads on top for the fuel cap, they are M5 0.8 pitch, and so are these ones down here, the little ones on the side there. They're the same as the tank. And then this one where it mounts is an M6 1.0 1 mil pitch. So I'll just recut those quickly, and that'll be the first thing that we're going to do with the tank. Threads are all cut, caps on, that's all sorted. Next up on the list for the tank, carbon covers. I've already sprayed everything down, so that's all good to go. Now we've got our 3M tape again, and we'll use that. We'll get these stuck on, and that's that done. Man, that took way too long. I had to bust out the glasses, I couldn't even see what I was doing. There we go. We've got them on nice and matched. It took a while, but they're on, so beautiful. Now on to fitting up the fuel pump. Look at that, actually looks like a bike now. Guards are on. She looks good, she looks good. She's looking really, really tidy. Chain and sprockets. Yeah, the little shorty. Now it's going to be, will it start? This cover's not sticking as well as the other side, so that's probably going to have to come off and I'll redo it, but otherwise she's looking good. Alright, let's fire her up. She's primed. is just amazing compared to how that was. Never used to do that before. There we have it. So she runs. Obviously put it back together right, so that's good. It's good. It sounds good. The throttle is absolutely amazing. Honestly, it was such a nightmare before. So happy days. Really happy with that. What we got left to do? Not a huge amount really. Still waiting on a few bits and pieces, but I've got the fairings, so they will be one of the next things to do, I guess. Yeah, we've got some nice carbon fibre tank panels that are going to go on this as well. Probably going to have to remove this one. Really don't like how it's stuck. The other side's stuck really well. This one's it's not as good. I don't know why. But it is what it is. Simple little things. So we've got a running bike, muffler's done, everything like that. There's really not a huge amount left to do. So yeah, another productive one. It did take a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but it is what it is. Also noticed on some of this footage, you can hear me chewing all the time because I chew nicotine gum. So I'll try and sort that out, but I should think the audio will actually be better than what it has been. And yeah, really chuffed. I mean, look at it. It looks great. And if you'd have seen it when I originally got it, it's absolutely night and day. This is going to be a really nice bike. I know it in and out. Everything's been refreshed. So can't wait to get back out on it. As usual, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give us a like, and if you want to see this thing finished, then subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.